Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Hookah and I would like to welcome you in today's special review for Celeste X1 with our special guest, Jake Kopacek from the project MyHookahPlace.
Let's get ready for Rumble! Hi there, I'm Jacob from hookah blog site MyHookahPlace. In English it's called Smoker's Corner, and today we're going to review this beautiful piece of French manufacturer.
Oh yeah, French manufacturer called El-Badia. Most probably you've already heard about it. And the model Celeste X1 is developed exclusively by El-Badia. As you can see, the colors are just amazing. This is called red skin color variation. They have lots of these variations, and this hookah especially is nice and very good because the base here is acrylic, which makes it a perfect traveling hookah. Also, the price and the construction are very nice, and Jake is going to tell you more about that.
Yeah. What about the hookah in terms of materials? This one, the stem and the body is made from brass. Also the tray, it has normal perch, and then acrylic vase with these little piece of metal. It's there because when you move your shisha, it tends to scratch the acrylic base. So this one is here for protection. Then I will show you the whole package, and Timo will tell you more about the usage of this hookah.
Okay, it's very well that Jake actually mentioned the tray because as you will see, this ring fits directly into the upper port and it won't shake, so it's stabilized. And also the lower or the vase protection is made from brass and it's really rigid, it's really stable. And Jake is going to hand me now the content of the package, and here comes the cleaning brush. It is nice to have it because it's not a standard by all the hookah manufacturers, and as you can see, it goes all the way down to the downstem. You just need to make sure it won't stay inside, because if you have fat fingers, no,
you have a problem.
Yeah, you have a problem.
It's really good to have it because in this price, like 39 euros, it's not common to get a lot of
accessories.
Yes, accessories. And then, number two, we have sharp tongs. You can scratch everything.
Just don't cut me, give it to me. Okay, so basically, if you can see, they are covered with this beautiful blue plastic, and just make sure you will remove it.
We like it. And then, a magnificent piece of bowl. Yeah, this is the standard of small shops all around Europe. You get this bowl for like 10 euros, maybe less.
Less, definitely less.
5 euros
and
or 3 euros.
It's good for, what is it good for?
It's good for just throw it in there, but it comes with a hookah.
It comes with a hookah, and as you can tell, it fits wonderfully with the color combination. Actually, it don't. Go ahead.
And the last piece of accessories is the hose. The good thing about the hose is that it's actually plastic, so it kind of fits to this hookah.
Yeah, definitely. Give me the port and I will show you how it fits. Actually, it fits like this. You kind of need to pay attention to these little details because this acrylic piece touches the tray like at 1 millimeter, so just be careful if using this particular hose. Don't put your coals here because this acrylic will melt.
This one is tiny, but with traditional hoses they have the straps on it and you can easily burn it.
Yeah, you need to be careful. And just be careful if you own Starbuzz Maximus hose, it won't fit at all. So we recommend...
You will definitely burn this.
We recommend to use just the standard silicone with the short adapter and you will be just good. Okay, besides that, it's construction-wise, it's a standard hookah with the relatively long down stem, and from the accessories you actually won't get into the package. I will mention basically diffuser, which is available for €5 at the El-Badia shop, is that right? Okay.
And then a little LED light,
which fits right in here. It's not compatible with the standard LED modules which we are used to. The diameter is significantly smaller here.
Or you can have some LED stand.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Thank you, Jake. Well, okay, let us now pack some wonderful shisha into the bowl and we will be right back with the smoking review. See you guys then. And welcome back, all my beautiful people. This is Professor Hookah with the Jake from Dim Kažuf Kotek back here in the studio. And inside the syrup funnel bowl, we have wonderful Starbucks vintage apples, Indian spiced apple with the trifecta cinnamon. There you go with the hose. And now let me tell you something about this wonderful setup. The bowl is sweating molasses all over the place. And Celeste X1 is performing wonderfully. As you can see, Jake is blowing some sick clouds over here, and the construction of the Celeste X1 just contributes to it. Because of the small chamber, the smoke won't lose any density in the way into your lungs.
One thing which you probably can't hear is the beautiful sound of the downstem and popping bubbles in the base.
There you can probably hear it. From my point of view, this particular hookah is perfect for traveling. This is basically caused by the acrylic base, which is covered with a brass plate at the bottom, and also with the lightweight and relative indestructibility. From the point of alternatives, Jake, what would you say? What are the alternatives to the X1?
If you have a higher budget, you can invest your money, for example, to Shabak's Cloud Micro. Then if you want performance with durability, you can purchase Hydrogen O2. Or if you like ornaments on your base, you can invest to Tachta Beast, Mini Beast, or just
Tachta Beast, I guess it's
Tachta Beast. And one thing that Timo mentioned is the brass plate on your base. It's kind of a problem because when you move the hose, the shisha comes with you. Yeah. And that's the problem, because when you go somewhere abroad, go outdoor, or just you have a nice shiny table, it will move on these surfaces. And we don't like it. We want our shisha to be set in one place, not moving. And in case of durability, this is not good, because when you move your shisha like this, your coals will fall down, or your heat management system. That's not what we like.
Yeah, so for example, El-Badia guys, if you're listening to this review, maybe a small rubber cover on the bottom of the brass plate will fix this issue, and the price or the performance of this hookah will grow eventually.
Timo, can you please tell us something about disadvantages of this setup?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, the disadvantages are not that big of a problem, but there are some. Let's wrap it up. So basically, if Jake would be so kind and perch, as he's doing right now, as you can see, this hookah is an open chamber. So basically you are not, unfortunately, able to blow all of the smoke outside. Well, but that's a general disadvantage of the all open chamber hookahs, like for example MIG, which is very popular, and for some people it don't really matter. The other thing is that there is a limited space for your hose adapter, so if you are not careful enough, you will burn your hose, as Jake did.
Yeah, for example, when you put your heat management system like this, and you can easily burn your hose. Yeah, it happened to me.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that caused by a brass construction and caused by the acrylic as a material used here, you can experience some ghosting in it because, for example, right now the cinnamon is really dominant in the flavor and Jake won't be able basically to smoke anything but the cinnamon from this hookah like for following 2 weeks.
Sorry, and that's why I will kill him afterwards.
Sorry, bro. Well, and the last thing I would like to mention disadvantage-wise is that basically you're easily able to scratch this beautiful painted surface, which is here. Maybe it's visible on some of the details here down on the hookah. Yeah, and as I touched the hookah here, it's kind of heating. It's not overheating, it's just warm, which is maybe not that big of a disadvantage, but it heats up. You have to count it in.
One of the disadvantages you didn't mention is the vase, because the amount of water you put in is limited. So it won't boil, but it will get hot.
Warm or hot, yeah, eventually after the time. Okay, that much of the disadvantages. I mean, the advantages are pretty clear. And is there anything else you would like to add to advantages of this wonderful ring?
Thank you. If you want this whole setup, one thing, this mouthpiece and this hose costs like 80% or 90% of this whole hookah. This hookah costs 39 euros and this hose setup costs 34 euros. So if you are low budget, just forget the hose and buy this hookah, because for this price, 39 euros, it's a really good choice for a low budget travel hookah, which is kind of indestructible.
Yeah, well, that much on the Celeste X1. I reckon that's everything you basically need to know. Last puff. And then we are going to tell you what to do in case you have any questions.
What to do in case they have some questions. Okay, you can easily add your comments to the YouTube video, below YouTube video, or on our Facebook pages or Instagram. It's called Dimkarov Koutek, in English Smokers Corner, and this is Professor Hookah from My Hookah Place.
Make sure you subscribe to both of the channels, be sure to like, and please comment on this video. What do you like, what do you don't like about the Celeste or about our review? And I'm really glad to have Jake here. This may be the first of the series of a cooperation we are having here. Today, this is a really memorial moment we are experiencing here, and you are glad enough to be a part of it, our dear fans.
In the end, we want to thank you, El-Badia, for borrowing this piece of hookah. Thank you, French guys, and keep it up. That's a beautiful piece of hookah artwork for this amount of money. Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.